I'm just going to start your reading right now for Sagittarius. So the first card you have for your past is the Knight of Cups. Yeah, I don't often see this kind of thing in this card. Usually the Knight of Cups, I often see someone who doesn't quite commit or something. I'm actually seeing the opposite here. I'm seeing someone really thinking about you. I think someone was thinking about bringing a message to you. They still are thinking about that if they haven't already done that. This is someone who's been thinking about you for a long time. That's what I'm seeing in this card. At this time, they're just thinking about this. They're really thinking about this. They were crafting what they were going to say really carefully. I think when you do get this message, I think it's going to seem quite simple, as if they just did it off the cuff. They just thought about it just then. It's going to be something quite casual, I think. That's how it's going to look from your end. Easygoing, no stress, all of that kind of thing. But on their end, they're really stressing about this. They're putting a lot of thought and a lot of effort into this. They're kind of writing something and they're saying, oh, that sounds a bit this, I won't say that. Maybe I could say, oh no, that might sound a bit, they're really putting thought into this. They're not manipulating, I'm not seeing that. This is a white horse, so their intentions are pure. They just want to be very careful. They're a bit nervous, and they just want to make sure they're doing the right thing. They want to make a good impression on you. Look at this knight. He's all dressed up. He's perfectly groomed. He doesn't look very comfortable in all these clothes. So, what I'm feeling is it's a little bit like, when you're all dressed up, you go somewhere important, it feels fine for a while, but then after a while, you kind of can't wait to get home and put something more comfortable on. They're a bit nervous. They also feel a little bit uncomfortable, but they're pushing themselves to do this, or they're going to. They want to do this. They want to talk to you. They're nervous, but they're going to do this. That's what I'm seeing in that card. The next card you have your past is the Eight of Pentacles. So, yeah, this is definitely a love message. Definitely a love message. Someone's been waiting for a long time to say this to you. A long time. I think when they initially say something to you, it's not going to be, I love you. It's not going to be a big love message. They're going to say something quite casual. And I think eventually they're going to lead into this big love message that they have for you. But they do want to tell you that. They do want to tell you something. And it's a message of love, definitely. Yeah, they've been thinking about this for a long time. I can see that. This card's obviously the work card. It can also be about repetition in your mind, thinking about the same thing over and over again, or, it can be thinking about the same person over and over again, and that's over and over, I should say. So that's what they're trying to, or that's what they have been doing. They've been thinking about you over and over and over again. And I think they've been actively trying not to think about you over and over again, but they haven't been able to do that. They can't help it. So, they've been trying to throw themselves into their work. They've been trying to concentrate on every other part of their life, everything else. But I think their mind kept on coming back to you. So they've decided, right, I can't keep on doing this. I can't ignore this anymore. I'm going to have to say something. So that's what's going to happen. And yeah, again, this message isn't going to look as if it has all this angst behind it. It's going to look quite casual, but there is a lot behind it. There's a lot of emotion and a lot of thought behind this message. I'm also seeing you coming up against a few problems at work. I'm not seeing huge problems, but I am seeing, I think there might have actually been an incident, that there might have actually been an accident, I think. I don't know if it was you or someone else. Someone was hurt. I don't think whatever this was taken care of very well by whoever you work for. You already had some problems around work, I think. Not massive problems, but I think there were already some changes that might have been happening that you weren't happy with. And I think this injury or this problem or whatever this was, I think it might have been the icing on the cake of problems for you around work. At the moment, I think you just have your head down like this man. I think you're just keeping quiet, you're minding your own business. But I think you might be looking at what else is out there as well. You've got an eye out for things. I just saw this. There's a conversation. I don't know if you're in this conversation or you just saw it. I think it was on social media. I think someone was saying something about work, or, oh, why don't you try working here? It's something like that. So if that resonates with you, talk to that person, whoever this is. I think they might have, or I think they might know of some opportunities that might be really good for you around work. It was just a casual conversation, so that might, you might remember that, that might remind you of what that is. So that's just what I'm seeing there. Yeah, so the last card you have for your past is the Seven of Swords, the sneaky card. Okay, so I'm still seeing this is about work. So I think a lot more changes are happening around your workplace. I think there might be some kind of takeover or something like that, maybe, or it's something management change. Something was changing, and I think there are going to be some more changes ahead of you as well. And I think some of these changes are unfair. They're not right, that's what I'm seeing. They're not fair. So you might find a lot of people around you might leave eventually, or maybe even now. I think some people are going to leave voluntarily, but some people won't, sadly. I think your position's safe, and I think the position of someone close to you, maybe someone you sit next to, or maybe a good friend of yours at work, they're safe as well. That's what I'm seeing. But you'll probably start looking around a lot more seriously. And I think if you haven't done that already, you're probably going to start to do that very soon. I think if this big change does happen, I think you'll be way, way better off, actually. It sounds dramatic, it sounds horrible, but I think there's a much better opportunity ahead of you. I keep on seeing this good opportunity. I keep on seeing a few, actually, more than one. So I think this might have been in your last reading as well, actually. But yeah, don't worry too much about this, because you do have a much better opportunity. And again, maybe even more than one. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have for your presence, the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be easy for you to leave if that's what you do. And I think you will eventually do that at some time. And this is because of people mostly. I mean, there are some people there that you definitely don't like being around. There's a little bit of gossip around your work, I think. And I'm also seeing a few judgmental people. I'm seeing one specific person who judges people on really silly things. Just look at this moon. He doesn't approve. So that's what I'm seeing. That's what their face looks like when they're judging. I think there are also a lot of people who are your friends as well. So it's not going to be that easy for you. But if you look at this card, there's moss all over the rocks, and there are bits of moss in the water as well. The water's running, but it's not all that fresh with all these bits of moss and things around in the water. So yeah, time to look for fresher water. That's what this card's telling you. Time to look elsewhere, seriously. So the next card you have for your presence, the Two of Swords. Yeah. So yeah, this can be about a few different things, but I'm actually seeing no here, a big no, feeling totally closed off. It's this feeling of there's no going back. I'm not listening. That's what I'm seeing. Now, there's some love around this. I think there is some love around this. This is some kind of past situation that you're just not interested in. That's what I'm seeing. Now, this isn't about this message in the Knight of Cups. This is a completely different person. It's definitely someone who wants you back, but I am seeing a lot of dishonesty around this. I'm also seeing a lot of talking behind your back that went on, especially toward the end of your separation. I think when you initially separated from this person, they're a bit of a loose cannon, actually, if that makes sense. I think they were probably making it almost impossible for you to be able to keep any kind of civil conversation up with them. It was just impossible. They were crazy, I think. So I think you just had to give up in the end and just kind of throw your hands up in the air and say, forget it. I can't even talk to this person. But, there was some lashing out as well, a lot of problems. I think they were even accusing you of things as well, all of that kind of thing. They have calmed down since then, and I think they have tried to connect with you a few times. but you're just not interested. Look at this woman. She's making a big cross over her heart. That's what you're doing. You're saying, absolutely not. No, I do not want to see this person ever again. The end. Now, again, this isn't this person in the Knight of Cups wanting to give you the sincere message. This is someone else. This is like a nightmare person. You're just not interested in them. I think they are going to keep on persisting for a while, but, hang in there. They're going to give up eventually. They can't keep this up with forever. So the last card you have your presence, the Five of Wands. Yeah, this is the chaos card. This is what this person in the Two of Swords represents to you. Chaos, craziness. There's no way you are going back to this person. There is just no way. But they don't see that. They think there's still some hope. That's what I'm seeing. So, just be prepared, because I think they might start escalating the contact again. They might start sending you messages, a lot of messages even. I think if you have them blocked, they might try to talk to other people contact them. I'm just getting this feeling of being right on the verge of them kind of bombarding you with lots and lots of messages, if that makes sense. So, you're not in danger or anything like that. This card can be about play fighting. They're not carrying swords. They're not playing around. They're just playing around with wands, not swords. They're boys. They're not men. So they're not going to do anything serious. So you don't need to worry about that. You're not in danger. I don't want to worry you. And I'm not just saying it because I don't want to worry you. You are not in danger of this person. Or they're only words. They just want to contact you. They just want to talk to you. They're not going to do anything to you. That's what I'm seeing now. So the first card you have for your future is the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, again, here we are. They don't want to let you go, this person. They just, in the Two of Swords, they just do not want to let you go. You've already gone. You've already gone, though. So, this hope that they have that's going on, it's just all in their imagination. I'm getting the feeling that you might have quite a few mutual friends, actually, because I'm seeing them kind of trying to contact them, and they might still do that. I think they might be sharing some of their feelings with at least one of your mutual friends. They might be saying, oh, I want to contact them. I feel like this and all of that. And I actually think there might be some people telling them, just leave this alone. Don't keep on contacting them. It's okay. Just forget it. Just leave it alone. But I don't think they're going to listen. I think they are going to keep on contacting you. So just be ready for that. They're not listening. What I'm seeing is they're just not listening to what anyone has to say. They're adamant that they want to talk to you. Adamant. The man on this card has his back to the town. So, he's going his own way. He's not listening to what anyone says. They will move on eventually. They'll decide themselves eventually. But, they're very headstrong. It's going to take them a long time to really decide that, okay, I'm going to give up. I'm also seeing a reminder on this card just around this work situation. This card, obviously, it can be about holding onto your money, saving money, and your job's safe. I'm seeing that everywhere here, but I am seeing you looking around. So try to save as much as you can just to give yourself more of a safety net. I just think it gives you more options. I'm not seeing you're going to be just destitute and you're going to need that. That's not what I'm seeing. I'm just, you're just going to be able to, it's just going to help you to have as many options as you need. If you find something else and you're not happy with that, you have savings built up, so no matter what happens, even if you decide to go out on your own with your own business or whatever you decide, you won't feel as stressed because you'll have that backup, that money behind you. So be very careful around money, put some savings aside around this time when there's kind of all of this upheaval going on around your workplace. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have in your future is the Nine of Cups. Okay, so yeah, what I'm seeing is you're just wanting to be content. at this time. You're just, you're just going to be looking for some peace, I think, in your life, and you need it from what I'm seeing here. So you're going to look for peace, you're going to be looking for contentment, and you've had this messy ex try to come after you. They probably still are going to keep on doing that for a while. You've had these work problems, you're going to have more of those as well. That's not finished yet. And I also think, if you're single, obviously, you're just going to want to be by yourself for a while, like this man who's by himself. I think this person in the Knight of Cups might try to contact you at this time and send you this message. It's usually when you've kind of closed off from everyone, that's when the love starts to come in. That happens to me all the time. So I think that's what's happening here. Again, I think this is going to just be a casual message to start off with, and I think you'll welcome it. I don't think you'll have a problem with it. You're not going to say, oh, not more people, I just want to be on my own, because it's just going to be casual. It's just going to be kind of like a friendship kind of message to start with. So I think you'll be like, oh, okay, I haven't heard from them for a while. I'm happy to talk to them. That's the kind of thing I'm getting around that. Yeah, I'm not seeing any huge love declarations coming out of this. I think they will probably tell you eventually, but and things are going to grow between you, I think, eventually. But you just, you won't be ready for anything serious at all for a while, but you won't mind hearing these messages. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm trying to articulate what I'm seeing here. So yeah, you want to be by yourself, but you're not going to have a problem with these messages. They're going to be quite light, quite peaceful, quite fun, no stress, there's no pressure around them. So you're going to be fine about, hearing from this person. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have for your future is the Six of Cups. Yeah, this is a similar thing again I'm seeing here. So yeah, this can be the reunion card. It's also a very innocent card. So yeah, it's going to be a very easygoing connection that it starts off. You might eventually turn into a relationship with this person, or it might turn into that. I think it probably will develop eventually. But I think at the start, it's just going to be a friendship. I think they're not going to mind that. You're not going to mind that, because I think there's a little bit of nervousness around them, and I think it's going to be good for them to kind of get to know you, get used to talking to you and all of that. And I think for you, you're not ready to jump in either. So I think it's going to be really good for both of you to kind of take your time. And yeah, they're going to be very comfortable with you. Eventually you're going to end up being comfortable with them, and you're both going to be fine as friends to start with. I think that's going to suit you both in the beginning. But yeah, the feeling I'm getting around this mostly is just a really relaxed, easy feeling, and that's the complete opposite to what you're getting from this ex in the Two of Swords. So I think you're going to welcome this friendship. That's what I'm seeing. And I think it'll probably eventually grow into something else, but not before you're ready and not before they're ready. That's what I'm seeing. So Sagittarius, I hope this resonated with you. But yeah, general readings can't always do that, as you know. But again, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like to. And thank you so much for watching.